The first step, and this is the foundation of success when it comes to living a wealthy life, is cash flow management. So I'm going to walk you through a cash flow snapshot so you can see the amazing opportunities you will find in finding more money. There are three main ways that you can increase cash flow. Number one, you're going to earn more or look at ways of earning more money. Number two is you're going to spend less or find ways to spend less. And number three is a combination of those two. So before I jump into the cash flow snapshot, let me give you a little freebie. If you happen to live in British Columbia and are at least 19 years old and filed a 2019 personal tax return, you may be eligible for up to $1,000 per family or for single parents and up to $500 for individuals. This is known as the BC Recovery Benefit. So if you go onto Google, type in BC Recovery Benefit, and up will pop the CRA link with more information and details, including an application form. So there you go, right out of the gate. If you haven't done that already and find yourself eligible, you maybe just earned up to an extra $500 or $1,000 right there. Okay, so now back to cash flow snapshot. Give me a moment while I just share my screen with you. What I'm going to introduce you to here is, there we go, is something we call the cash flow snapshot. And this is available on The Wealthy Life. I did put /budget in the title, although I have to tell you, I'm not real keen on the word budget. When I look at budget, I think diet. The things those two have in common, they tend to tell you what you can't do or what you need to cut out of your life or stop doing. That's not a very positive approach. So I prefer to call it a cash flow snapshot, in which you're going to go through and have a look at your income and your expenses, and then make informed, intentional decisions on how you spend your money. So intentional spending is much better than unintentional spending, which, come on, we all do it. But this will hold yourself accountable. So what you want to do is, once you pull up this cash flow snapshot, you want to go into the income area and you want to plug in your income. So let's just say Sybil employment, and let's say that my after-tax income for this exercise I'll put in at $3,000. And then maybe my spouse's income, and I'm going to put that in at $3,500. And oh, we rent out the suite in our basement. So let's put in rental income, and we get $1,000 a month for that. Okay, so right there, I know as a family, we've got $7,500 coming in. When I look at this, a couple of important things to note. You want to put the after-tax income in here, other than your rental income. We'll get to that in a moment. But your employment income after tax, because that's what everybody deals with at the end of the day. The other thing is, if you get paid every 2 weeks, there's actually 26 pay periods a year. So when I'm asking you to type in your monthly income, only list 2 pay periods. Twice a year, so 2 different months throughout the year, you're actually going to have a third paycheck. We're going to leave that out of here for now, if we can, and that's going to create some extra bonus months for you, which is always a good thing to have. Then we're going to go in and type in our expenses. So you might have, a mortgage payment of $2,000. Maybe your property insurance is $1,200, property taxes $3,000, and so on. Now, you may not have all of this information at your fingertips. This is really important. I want you to take a first stab at this with only spending 15 minutes max filling this whole form out. The things that you're not really sure about, just put in an estimate for now as a holding place. Then you can go back and look up the information and get exact. Now, getting exact is a very important part of this exercise, but I don't want it to be exact on the first go around, and I'll tell you why. People often get stumped on not knowing a number. They get frustrated. They try to find it. They can't find it. They get more frustrated. And what do? They give up. They just stop doing this exercise altogether. Well, you're not going to get very far, and you're not going to find money if you give up before you finish. So hopefully that helps. Hydro, I'm just going to plug in a couple of numbers here. Cable, oops, not 1,000, although it could get to there very quickly. So these ones, oh, I just realized I made 2 mistakes on this already. These are monthly expenses. I put in property insurance and or property taxes and house insurance. I listed those as annual. We need to put them as monthly. So 100 there and 250 there. So watch for that. Don't worry, if you make some mistakes, your end result is going to look out of whack, and you're going to be prompted to go back and have a look again. Groceries, let's say we spend $1,000 a month on groceries. I do like the occasional bottle of wine, as many of you do. So let's say I'll spend $100 on that. No dry cleaning these days. Nobody seems to have to go into the office. Transportation, not doing a lot of that either, but let's just say $150, and insurance on a vehicle. Repairs, not too much. Maybe it averages 50 a month. And gas, insurance, repairs. If it's a car payment, that's going to show up in a different section. Entertainment, I'm just going to put a placeholder in here for now, and placeholder in here for now. Go back up to the top of the list, and we're going to put in here a few more things. Not a lot of travel going on right now, but I do want to put in a budget for this. So we'll just put something in for that. Gym fees, newspapers, personal clothing, massage, savings. I'm going to leave my savings out for the first part of this. I am going to come back to it after, because I just want to have a quick look and see where I'm at. Okay, so far my total expenses are coming to $4,800, and I've got $7,500. Phew. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, obviously, I haven't spent a lot of time in making this exact, but we will get to that after. So RSP savings. I strongly recommend that people do put at least 10% of their income into longer term investments to save for retirement. So I'm going to say that in this particular case, I'm just going to put in $600 a month for long-term savings, maybe $200 for RSP, $100 for TFSA, and we'll leave it at that for now as well. So this is good. So now I know that, geez, I do have some extra money.